After the car accident, the doctor insisted she had amnesia, but everyone who came to visit, she remembered each one clearly. Yet the doctor was convinced. She must have forgotten something truly important. The girl couldn't help but complain to her brother. This doctor really knows how to make trouble for himself. I've seen everyone I needed to see these past few days. If there really was someone important, how could they not have come to see me by now? Her brother silently glanced at her, then awkwardly laughed. Yeah, you're right. You remember everyone you should remember. What kind of amnesia is that after her brother left? A man in a suit suddenly appeared. In the hospital room, he had his back to her while on the phone, Mr. Ryan. Emily is currently in the hospital. Would you like to come see her? A cold, heartless voice came through the phone. Is she dead? If not, then don't bother me. Hearing the phone hang up, the man sighed deeply. He turned and was startled to see the girl awake. Oh, you're awake now. But Emily looked at him completely confused. Excuse me, but who are you? Are you talking to me? The man's expression changed. You don't recognize me. I'm Kevin, Mr. Ryan's assistant. The girl still looked completely lost. Kevin frowned impatiently, Miss Emily. Mr. Ryan is very busy with work right now. Even your suicide attempt won't work, let alone faking amnesia. Just give up, Mr. Ryan won't come see you. Emily was even more confused by his words, having no idea what this man was talking about. Seeing her silence, Kevin stepped forward, looking helpless. You've been married to Mr. Ryan for 5 years, and fighting for 5 years. Mr. Ryan still hasn't fallen for you. Don't you think you should reflect on yourself, and stop causing trouble for Mr. Ryan? Although Emily didn't know what was going on, his attitude made her feel very uncomfortable. But then she suddenly froze in realization. Wait, did you say 5 years? She rushed into the bathroom. The mirror showed her own face, but more mature, with a lingering sadness that she couldn't shake off. Could everything Kevin said actually be true? It's 5 years later and I'm really married now. But her memory was still stuck at 18 when she started college. Back then she had a crush on a senior named Ryan, but he was famously unapproachable. She never expected to actually marry him. According to Kevin, Emily married Ryan. When she was 22, after the wedding, she discovered Ryan's heart wasn't with her. Instead, he was very close to his so-called female best friend Jessica. Rumor was she was his unattainable first love. And the unloved Emily started acting out in the marriage, using all kinds of crazy tactics to get Ryan's attention. But it only made him despise her more. Eventually, Emily even threatened suicide, demanding he cut ties with Jessica. But he refused, and even told Emily to just die. Thinking about all this, Emily felt it was surreal. This wasn't like her at all. She was someone who despised desperate lovers. She would never be a doormat for any man. She had to figure this all out. 3 days later, the doctor said Emily was fine, so Kevin brought her back home, warning her not to cause any more trouble. Emily looked at the mansion before her and lost any desire to cause drama. She was completely stunned by this incredible wealth. Just as she was about to tour her luxurious new home, there was a sound at the door. She turned and locked eyes with a cold-faced Ryan. This was the first time she'd seen his face up this close. She had to admit just looking at that face improved her mood significantly. Even his cold expression wasn't that annoying. Seeing Emily not speaking, Ryan slightly furrowed his brows. What are you up to now? He walked to the closet while speaking and picked out a robe. You used to throw yourself at me whenever I came home. What's with the new tactics now? Emily was surprised by his words. So she was really that clingy after marriage. But she kept her composure and simply said, oh, I see. That won't happen anymore. She expected Ryan to be relieved, but instead his frown deepened. I've been very tired from work lately. I don't have time for your games. Then his eyes suddenly turned cold. Don't try to do anything to Jessica again. She hasn't done anything wrong. I won't forgive her for you. Even if you threaten me with suicide, it won't work. Emily was stunned for a moment, feeling rather conflicted. Kevin had pretty much explained everything about their situation. Basically, Emily loved Ryan, but Ryan loved Jessica. So Emily kept making trouble for Jessica. This suicide attempt was because Emily had been secretly sabotaging Jessica's company, but Ryan unhesitatingly chose to back Jessica up. This basically announced to everyone that Emily's title as Mrs. Ryan was meaningless, mentally broken. She tried to win Ryan back through suicide. Seeing Emily lost in thought, Ryan lost his patience and headed to the bathroom. Emily also sighed with relief and fell onto the big bed. After all, having lost years of memories, Emily truly didn't know what to do. At 18, she despised lovesick fools the most. She couldn't believe she would threaten her own life over a man while she was thinking. Someone lifted the blanket beside her. The man naturally lay down next to her. The cedar scent made her snap to attention. Emily immediately started stammering. What are you doing? Didn't they say their relationship was terrible? How could he just lie here so naturally? But Ryan seemed not to notice her discomfort. He reached over and wrapped his arm around her waist. Emily was startled and quickly pushed Ryan away with force. Don't touch me. Perhaps the resistance in Emily's eyes seemed genuine. A flash of surprise crossed Ryan's eyes, but it was quickly replaced by impatience. Stop being so difficult. Isn't this what you always wanted? But anger was also rising in Emily's heart. I'm your wife, aren't I? I attempted suicide and was hospitalized. You come back without a single word of concern, and now you're aggressively blaming me? Doing this against my will. Ryan, what gives you the right to treat me like this? Her angry confrontation seemed to ignite the man's temper too. He gripped Emily's wrist tightly. Because you brought all of this on yourself. The man was very strong, and happened to grip right on her self-harm wound. It hurt badly, but she held back any sound. Ryan soon withdrew his hand and lay down with his back to her. I'll let it go this time. Don't ever fake a suicide to threaten me again. Emily lay beside him, her feelings all mixed up. The next morning, Ryan was already gone. When she went downstairs, she saw him already eating breakfast at the table. Emily sat down across from Ryan. The butler served her a bowl of tapioca pudding. Emily was speechless. What woman eats this stuff in the morning? Then she frowned. Why is there mango in this? The butler smiled and replied, this was specially sent over by Miss Jessica. It was flown in from Europe. Emily immediately lost her appetite. I'm not eating this. The sound of silverware hitting porcelain rang out with a sharp clink. Ryan looked up at her, his voice cold. Emily, that's quite enough. Emily was holding back her anger, looking annoyed. Why can't I skip the mango? Is that a crime now? Ryan's expression turned icy. You just won't eat it because Jessica sent it. That's the only reason. When will you ever control your jealousy? Emily was so angry she laughed. She didn't know what her 27-year-old self was like around Ryan, probably pathetic and petty looking, but regardless, they were still married. Didn't he even know she was allergic to mango? Just as Emily was about to speak, the butler suddenly announced, "Sir, Miss Jessica has arrived." Then a gentle voice rang out, "Ryan, am I interrupting you two?" A graceful figure walked in through the door. Both the butler and the maids seemed very familiar with her. Clearly she visited often. Jessica looked at Emily with concern. "Miss Emily, I heard you cut your wrists. Are you feeling okay now?" Emily just snorted through her nose. She didn't know what she was like at 27. Maybe she was a pushover. Because she loved Ryan so much, she let them walk all over her. But the current Emily didn't love Ryan at all, so she didn't need to swallow her pride. Jessica looked awkwardly at Ryan. "Ryan, I'm so sorry. Miss Emily doesn't seem to want to see me. Maybe I shouldn't have come." Emily smirked. "If you knew that, why bother coming? Are you here to gloat at me?" Jessica's face flushed red instantly, and Ryan's eyes turned ice cold. Stop being so unreasonable. Seeing him defend Jessica, Emily's opinion of him dropped even further. Waking up already married to her college crush had made Emily somewhat excited and grateful, but now it seemed Ryan was just so. So what if he's handsome and rich? Is it impressive to treat your own wife like trash? If you felt that way, then don't marry her. Jessica just smiled gently at the situation. "Ryan, I came to invite you to my celebration party." Then she seemed to realize something and turned to Emily. Miss Emily should come too. Emily didn't want to go at first, but when she saw the hidden contempt and provocation in Jessica's eyes, she suddenly smiled and agreed. After all, I am Ryan's wife. I should accompany him to social events. An hour later, the three of them arrived at a private room. Everyone turned to look at them, with various expressions. Why did Ryan bring that woman along? His wife is always causing drama and making scenes. I heard she even attempted suicide over Jessica. She should really know her place. Marrying Ryan was already way out of her league. Those other women were one thing. But do you know who Jessica is? How can she even compare? These voices weren't exactly quiet. Emily heard every word clearly. She glanced over, laughing coldly inside. No wonder 27-year-old Emily wanted to die, hearing these degrading comments every day. How could anyone stay sane? Besides, Emily back then must have loved Ryan deeply. That's why day after day of torment pushed her to want to end her own life. By now, Ryan and Jessica had already sat in the seats reserved for them. Only Emily was left standing. Isn't she embarrassed standing there all alone? Why would she be embarrassed? As long as she can be with Ryan, she'd kneel if he asked her to. Hearing this, Emily shot a cold look at the gossiping woman. He's not even dead. Why would I kneel for him? The woman's face changed, clearly not expecting Emily to actually talk back today. And Ryan looked annoyed. All right, everyone knock it off. Emily was being mocked like this, and he didn't defend her. He just told everyone to stop. Emily scoffed. Well, I'm clearly not welcome here, so I won't intrude further. She turned and walked out. Behind her came surprised voices. What did I just see? She actually gave Ryan attitude. Did Jessica really drive her crazy this time? I bet she won't last half an hour before she comes crawling back. All that noise behind her disgusted Emily deeply. She went to the outdoor pool to clear her head. Before long, Jessica suddenly appeared. Miss Emily, you really do surprise me. Emily glanced behind her. Seeing she came alone, she didn't bother responding. I hate you so much. Aren't you afraid I'll push you in right here? Jessica laughed at her words. I'm not afraid at all. Everyone knows Ryan would definitely save me. Emily ignored her, but Jessica walked right up beside her. Do you dare to bet? Emily found this strange. If these two really loved each other so much, why not just have Ryan divorce Emily? Do you have to trample on someone's heart to make your love story feel special? Jessica's expression flickered. That's because you just won't let go. You cling to Ryan so desperately. You'd even attempt suicide. He just feels sorry for you. Soon, Jessica composed herself again. So what do you say, Emily? Do you dare bet? The pool water sparkled. It looked clear but was actually deep. So Emily firmly shook her head. She couldn't swim. One stupid suicide attempt was enough. Just as Emily was about to stand, Jessica suddenly pushed her from behind. With a splash, screams erupted all around. Emily's body hit the water and sank rapidly. In that moment, she couldn't feel anything, only the terror of being engulfed by water from every direction. She struggled desperately toward the surface, but only saw a familiar figure, swimming quickly in the opposite direction. Her husband, Ryan, was desperately trying to save another woman. A sharp pain pierced Emily's heart. Perhaps this was the last shred of emotion her 27-year-old self had left. Even though Emily had forgotten the past and no longer loved him, her body's instinct remained. But this time, that feeling should finally die completely. When she woke up, Emily was lying by the pool's edge, but her rescuer was a stranger. He was pretty handsome, with an incredible physique. He was pressing on Emily's chest with both hands, trying to pump out the water she'd swallowed. Emily coughed violently and spit it out. In her blurry vision, she saw Ryan approaching. He seemed to just now remember he had a wife. He frowned and asked, "Are you all right?" Emily didn't answer. She struggled to stand. The man beside her tried to help her up, but Emily pushed him away. When Ryan finally stopped in front of her, Emily raised her hand and slapped him hard across the face. Silence filled the air. You could even hear everyone deliberately slowing their breathing. Ryan, let's get a divorce. I don't want anything. That slap just now. Consider it your breakup fee to your soon-to-be ex-wife. Emily didn't care how this man would react. Either way, he no longer mattered to her. Everything around went terrifyingly quiet. People even unconsciously held their breath. They just witnessed Emily, who always obeyed Ryan's every word, not only slap him, but demand a divorce. Ryan was silent for a long time, a clear red mark still on his face. Suddenly, he walked toward Emily. Emily stepped back in disgust. Ryan's expression instantly grew even darker, even worse than when she pushed him away before. Emily glared at him. I told you that push earlier was your breakup fee? Don't tell me you can't handle even that much. Ryan said nothing. He grabbed Emily's wrist and started dragging her away. In the chaos, a hand grabbed him. Ryan, she almost drowned just now. Give her a break, all right? It was the man who had jumped in to save Emily. He was also soaking wet with a unique presence, completely different type from Ryan. Ryan was like an icy, untouchable prince, but this man was wild and intense. Emily was momentarily distracted. Ryan seemed to notice this, and his expression turned dangerously dark. He gripped Emily's hand tightly. "Derek, she's my wife. What gives you the right to lecture me?" Derek still had that carefree expression. "I thought I just heard her ask you for a divorce." The atmosphere instantly turned ice cold, seeing the murderous look in Ryan's eyes. Derek smiled and added, "Either way, I just saved your wife's life. Shouldn't you be thanking me?" Hearing this, Ryan's expression softened slightly. "I'll give you full control of the West Side Project." Then he pulled Emily away with him. Behind them, shocked gasps erupted. "The West Side Project is a gold mine." Ryan just handed it to Derek, all because he saved Ryan's wife. "No way, right? I thought Ryan couldn't stand that country bumpkin." Meanwhile, Ryan brought Emily to a hotel room. He grabbed her wrist and led her toward the bathtub.